hood. Click. Let's go.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray with y'all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you big. Lock the door.
Lock the door. The game is going to send you a bill. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like the first and the 15th. Welcome to the Mailroom. When you come in, take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Before they had handguns, they had handguys. Man up, man. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. It's always an education. You can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lives, but you come right here, get the truth, get on the bus. Let me take you to school. If you ring that bell, I'm going to bring you that mail. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Marlene Wayne, Postmaster General RDL. Michelle, what's good? What's going on, Capital Boy? What's good with your chat? How are you doing, man? And everybody else that's joined us in the chat, appreciate you for joining us today. This is a much needed conversation, and we're going to have it today. And I know there's going to be some naysayers, but I'm confident that the mailroom, man, you guys are smart, intelligent, and you are all wise. All wise. That's it. All wise and civilized, matter of fact. There you go. What's good, people? Good to be here. We come to talk about, and I'm gonna call him Dr. Kendrick Lamar, the Oracle. That's what I feel about it, because what you guys got to stand, you got to follow the symbolism, you got to follow the messaging, and you just got to follow the idea, everything, because what he does so well is the double entendres, triple entendres, and everything. How he, in terms of how his messaging come across, and the messaging that's woven into his art form, which we know is hip hop, right? Born in Compton, the hub, right, which means the focal point. Pay attention now. The focal point being that a lot of brilliance and a lot of intelligence have came out of Compton. A lot. More so than what we probably even give credit to or recognize. And what Kendrick Lamar did was 40 Acres and a Mule is bigger than the music. He didn't come there to entertain. He came there to make a statement. Now, I get it. There's people, Negro-peans, and I'm going to call them Negro-peans, that love to be entertained. But right now, we in the most critical hour of our existence. And if we don't pay attention, we're going to lose. What Kendrick Lamar did was iconic on many levels. if you aren't attuned to his artistry and his level of thinking as an artist, you may have completely overlooked, or it may have just went entirely over your head. Given the current political climate and things that is going on, there was things that just needed to be done, and he conveyed through his imagery, his choreography, his messaging, and even the black Uncle Sam. The black Uncle Sam. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was amazing. And yet, we got all these different Negro pens, right? And even some white people that even was able even to pick up on the messaging and pick up on the frequency with which he was spinning from, right? They was able to pick up on it. That's only because they've been around the culture long enough to know that this thing is much deeper than what's being presented on the surface. He wasn't there to entertain, guys. He was there to make a statement, and a statement he did make. And it was a very profound statement. What America has done real severely, based on brutality, based on what they believe to be the Black Messiah, so to speak, and they got programs that where we playing for Saturday night, they playing in 3 or 4 generations down. They got what they call cheat codes. Did you hear Samuel Jackson when he said that's one life deducted? They have been doing that for quite some time. When Malcolm was doing what he's doing, that's one life deducted. When Martin came about and doing what he was doing, that was another life deducted. Huey, life deducted. Fred Hampton Jr. Could you imagine a 21-year-old Fred Hampton, right? Had he had lived to be 40s and 50s, imagine what that Fred Hampton would have been like. And he was doing what he was doing at 21. Those are important voices that have been deducted from our community. And for anybody who was against that or didn't see the importance of what he did in that show, when you look at when he had the red, white, and blue represented Republicans, Democrats, also the Crips and Bloods, he sat in the middle of that, showed you the divided, how divided it was, right? Then he said this. Let me show you. What did he say? I'm going to give you this. I got to show you this because this is an important part right here.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. The wrong guy. The wrong guy. Oh no! It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the Mule. This is bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. Think it on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping.
40 acres in the Mule. This is bigger than the music. Being that we was at what we know as the Super Bowl, right? You gotta pay attention to this too. There's a scene in Gladiator, right? When the emperor, what is his name? Aurelius, whatever his name was, right? When he came down to talk to the gladiator, right? And he had all his soldiers go out and he sat in a circle. Did you see that at the Super Bowl with Donald Trump? When he came down and all the police circled around him? Like in the movie Gladiator? Did you see that? There's nothing new under the sun, people. You're just sleepwalking. You're just so indoctrinated by the things that the United States had incorporated into its institutions and the systems that you pretty much go along to get along. And you don't know how to overcome it because they use what is fear, and a lot of the fear comes from the religion that you follow. There's no fear in God. There's only fear in religion because they teach fear. They teach you the fear that you're going to burn in the hellfire, so on and so forth. And all that stuff is not true. It's kabuki theater. It's not true, guys. There's something called the Negro Act. The Negro Act of 1740 made it illegal for a slave to move around abroad, assemble in groups. Think about it. When you Crips and Bloods or you standing on these prison or assembling groups, what is the first thing they do? They come take you down. They don't allow that. So these things, we're talking about a law from 1740 that's still being practiced to this very day. On a subtle, but still being practiced. Where you couldn't raise food or you couldn't learn English or read. And if then the owner had rights to kill you if he felt like you was planning a rebellion. How many brothers we know been shot down from all the way from George Jackson to present day on prison yards because they felt like they was bucking the system or going against the system. How many Malcolm's been killed, Martin's been killed, Huey died in the streets after, whining in the circumstances, situations that he been in. Bunchy Apprentice Carter, Fred Hampton. How many times do we have to go through this scenario and situation for us as a people to wake up, that they acknowledge that everything that was being given to us is not meant for the good of us? Why would they give you something? If they bought you something, they stole you. They stole you from a whole nother continent and bought you here. You built their country. You made all their inventions. You did everything for them. You went and fought in their wars, the World War I, World War II. What did they do when you came home? Go look on my community page. I just put it up. The similarities to this guy here and this guy here. I'm going to call guy T Trump here and guy Hitler there. Go read it. Just go read it. It's on my community page. But we're so interested in being entertained. I saw Juvenile. He ranting and raving about, should have had Lil Wayne. If we had Lil Wayne there, this is what we would have got from Lil Wayne. I ain't got time for that. Not me. That's what you call entertainment, or that's what you call, rap, or that's what you invested in. So be it. I mean, I was strictly there. Don't get me wrong. I looked at the game, but I was strictly there to see what was Kendrick Lamar going to do, what was going to be in the message, what was going to be in the symbolism, because we have always spoken in symbols, going all the way back. If you look at the hieroglyphics and everything that our ancestors have left us, we built complex architectures. We come from kingdoms and complex architecture. We have always done that. It's nothing new to us. It's only new to you if you don't understand it, if you don't read nothing. Right now, I'm reading a book called Hannibal, Rome's greatest enemy, the greatest enemy of Rome. Reading that book right now as we speak. And as I read that book, I really, really get a grasp and understand how powerful Hannibal or Carthage was. Very, very powerful. Right to this day, armies and countries are using his strategic planning and how he just was taking on Rome with these smaller armies and whooping them. whooping them bad. And I'm reading this book, and I'm looking at it, and I can see just from reading this book and countless other books that I read that they really have a deep, deep hatred for this skin right here. Because within this skin is the universal plan. It is the secret to the Superman himself. Jay Rogers wrote from Superman to Man. You were reduced to man. You were Superman. Go read it. Don't take my word for it. Just take time out, guys, and go read some things for yourself and quit looking at Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, and all these other delusional people that's on these things that's telling you different things because they're only there to save their own. They're going to keep feeding you misinformation. That's just what they're going to do. But you have so much history and so many things and so many brilliant people that come from our culture. John Hope Bryant is a guy from Compton, another guy come from the Mecca, the center, the focal point. He wants to make 1 million entrepreneurs and businessmen and rich people from Black people. Very, very, very bright. Go look him up. Don't take my word for it. Go look him up. Tap in with him. He got a lot. He said that gang leaders are really just frustrated union leaders. He coined that state. He said that's all they are. He said because they have the economical plan, they have the brilliance to move the product. He said we just had the wrong product. See, if our product would have been different and it would have been illegal, how much further would we have gone? They allowed us to go down that rabbit hole because it kept us from going down the right path. See. Read White Fear by the Roland Martin. Yeah, man. That's all incredible books. The dominant society picture celebrities and politic leaders for you. They don't own wild cards. They vetted them for the long term. Yes, I agree with you. But it just amazes me, man, when you see these Jason Whitlocks and even you see this other clown. They're all commercial people. When you see this guy, what is his name, Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy, they got to do things based on their dollars and cents. Even when you saw Juvenile ranting and raving, here's the Juvenile who made a song called "Back That Up," right? What did that provide our community with? It gave him a few dollars in his pocket, and he signed that bad 360 deal, and he been mad ever since because he wasn't wise up here. He wasn't socialized to understand what he was doing and where he possibly had, what his talent was, and how valuable what he was doing, right? And I'm not a fan of a lot of that stuff. There's some things I like, and there's a whole lot of stuff I dislike about hip hop. But what I'm saying to you is when we get somebody like a Kendrick Lamar, and it go completely over your head, and because he conveyed so much in this messaging, and he took his time, and he didn't play the songs that you necessarily rock to or whatever. That's fine. But you in your most critical hour in need, why would he entertain you? He need to wake you up. You're asleep. Malcolm said you've been hoodwinked. You've been flim-flam. You've been bamboozled. You've been ran amok. Said that long ago. Still reign true today. Because the Negro Peons is going to fight people like me tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. What is it? 1%, 1% rule the world. 5% is trying to wake up the other 94% of the world. So it's only 5%. The other 94% are the sleepwalkers, are the zombies, are the dumbed down comatose and special needs. Mental side, degradation, misogyny, they thrive off of all those things. Mental confusion. They truly believe that the white man ice is colder than the black man. What's up, King Mike? That's what they believe. There's nothing, and there's really nothing I can do besides, because here's the thing, guys. God, right, created you in the best of circumstances. When he gave you two eyes, double entendre, right? Do you see? Right? You see, but do you have vision? He gave you two ears, right? Do you hear? But do you listen? And here's the kicker. He only gave you one mouth, but your one mouth is the communicator, right? He said there's plenty of people talking, but can you communicate? Those are double entendres right there. That's what the English language is, have double meanings written all within it. There's plenty of people running around talking. There's plenty of people running around seeing. There's plenty of people running around hearing. But they don't have vision. They lack vision. They lack conversation. And they lack the ability to listen. But I'm just a regular guy, so to speak. People want to call me that. They call me that Crip ninja. Some people do. Some people see me for who I am. Other people call me the Crip nigga. I don't know. Don't hold my feet to the fire on that, please. I packaged that up and gave it back. Those who want to keep it, hold on to it, and be standing on the corner with a 40, saying cuz and blood all day long, that's fine. Do your thing. I am not finna bother you with that. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem. Over here, we building the airplane while we fly it, guys. We trying to get somewhere. And I know that people that come into the mailroom and part of the mailroom nation, you guys engage, you guys listen, and you guys go to master the art of communication. You guys go in and you guys hear me, but at the same time, when I get off this airway, y'all going to look up exactly what I said. Go look up the Act of 1740, the Negro Act of 1740. That's why they get so mad at you when you're standing in groups, when you assemble. Because that law was created in 1740. And it's disheartening for real, because for the life of some of my people, they just want to be entertained. It's not an entertainment moment right here. This is what our people are great for this. They love this right here, right? All you gotta do is throw on the wobble song, throw on the wobble song, throw on the electric slide song. They out there electric slide with food in their hand, they smiling, and then, but we're living in the information age. We're living in the cell. We can record, we can refilm, we can do everything. They can't hold us. Look at how many people are on Tubi now making their own movies. Because they no longer they can no longer put you in the box and close the box and said, nah, really don't like this project. You can just go make your own project. You get you some red cameras, some black cameras or something, and get you some nice cameras, shooting from 2 or 3 different angles and get some aerial shots. Boom. Notice in every movie, there's always an aerial shot. Those are the shots that you have the right theme music, you have aerial shots, and you have like 3 different angles on the movie. And man, you can make based on whatever script you write up, you can make a beautiful movie yourself. But it's interesting, man, how you saw all them brothers down there that was playing in that Super Bowl. That was incredible. But remember, at one time, they had to create a Negro football league, right? Because the NFL wasn't allowing, this is probably in the 30s and 40s, somewhere around there. They weren't allowing black men to the NFL. Not until they start seeing what they was doing in the Negro League and all that money was going over there, they said, wait a minute, this is what happened to us. They allowed us, they tricked us, allowed us to come into be part of so they could rob us. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Talent-wise, the music, the fashion, the athletics, just the ability to see things in terms of what we just have so much going on, man. We just give it away. Give it away. Now I know it's gonna still be people that's gonna wrestle with me about what I'm saying about Kendrick. But Kendrick, Farrakhan say, man, he's on another level. And this what you want from what you call entertainment, or the all this other incoherent stuff. There's one time we loved X-Clan and Poor Righteous Teachers and KRS-One, Chuck D and Flavor Flav, Public Enemy, and even Ice Cube back then. And our brother that's now on a podcast, the Cam, and many more, even you go back for Nas and all of them, them earlier raps and stuff, that earlier hip hop, where like Furious Five, The Message, Broken Glass, everywhere, that was us. We was actually reading the society and reflecting it back, putting it in their face. They didn't like it. That's why they had to shut that down. We taking everything from them, and then now we put it in art form and music and putting it back out there, and it's smacking them in the face. They did not see Kendrick Lamar, I'm going to call him Dr. Kendrick Lamar, the Oracle. They did not see him coming. A person that provides, what is an oracle? A person that provides wise counsel, insight, and poetic predictions. Yeah. Poetic predictions. That's what an oracle is. And if you guys believe that ain't what happened in front of us Sunday, then you sadly mistaken. If you didn't witness that greatness and everything that came from that brother that came out of Compton, the hub, the focal point, That's what hub means. It means the focal point. And if you didn't get that, then I don't know what to tell you. That means that you're associated to the Donald Trumps and helping them propagate this 2025 project 2025 and everything in it. You believe it to be what it is, and you stand on it with them. You know, there's some things that don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with him on a lot of different stuff, but there's a whole lot of stuff I do disagree with him. You know, and I'm not gonna sit here and debate that right now. Maybe that's another video. But there's some things in it that I think that should happen, of course. You know, especially with a lot of the different stuff when it comes to certain people with these different letters and stuff. You know, that's it's gotten out of hand. But let me see. What are some of the comments? Let's see. So I can dig it. What's up, Sean Prince? Just living and surviving, Marlena said. Just living and surviving. But so where we at, guys? I mean, you know, you guys are intelligent. You guys should have some feedback, or there's a link in the chat. You got something to say, or jump in there. There's definitely a link in the chat if you want to jump in there and you got something to say. You know, it's in there for you. I don't, you know, I'm not holding nobody. I mean, you know, I think that everybody has the right to say whatever they need to say and feel the way they need to feel. It ain't gonna change what I do or how I feel about certain things. I'm not gonna become emotional behind it and get no feelings behind it. Because matter of fact, I tell you what I think and no, I don't. I feel with my hand. I don't deal with that other stuff, you know. You know, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. So there's a link in the chat, and if anybody, you know, disagree or if you agree, let's talk about it. But make it make sense. Because 40 Acres and a Mule is bigger than music. We was promised that long ago. From all the brutality and everything we went through and the loss of life and just the inhumane way we were being treated. And still right to this day, that stuff is happening. Depends on what part of the country you live in. It's even more so here or there, you know. Yeah, they just had the candlelight vigil for my homie Big Rock, Gangster's little brother. He passed away. They just had the candlelight vigil for him. You know, this is some difficult time, man. We're losing people left and right. You know, the medical people is playing, get the likes up. The medical people is playing with us, you know, experimenting. But for real, like Kendrick said, they are not like us. They are not like us. Bottom line. But go look at that Negro Act, the Act of 1740, and read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go look at the Meritorious Manumission, the Act of 1710. Read it for yourself. I'm reading, like I told you, I'm reading Hannibal right now. The greatest enemy of Rome. The Roman Empire, the great Roman Empire. When did unto Caesar what is Caesar's? It's the way they felt about it. And they changed all that. The all that different stuff they got changed from the Dark Ages to the councils, the Council Noble, and all the different stuff. A lot of stuff just got changed, and identities got snatched, and other people faces appeared where originally was, black faces there, all this different stuff. So what do you guys think about my guy Sparks? Very intelligent guy, very insightful, very meaningful conversation on just gang culture. Um, yeah, it's like 4 parts. So we got 3 more parts coming. I actually got a story when I lived in the Hillview. I ain't told it yet, but at some point I'll tell it. I lived in the Hillview apartments right there on El Segundo in Vermont, which is right there, right across from Helen Keller Park. And I used to see all the Raymonds and all the Paybacks and all the different people. Yeah. Yeah, I got a pretty cool story about that. But anyway, yeah. But I don't know, man. If nobody got anything to say or you guys don't have anything to offer, I offer somebody to come in and debate the subject. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody just, just kind of sitting back. And I guess I can just bounce up out of here. No feedback. I said, so maybe we'll talk about gangbanging tomorrow. Yeah. We'll get that conversation back. But I had to just give my opinion and my thoughts based on what I was seeing as far as Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Kendrick Lamar. I call him the doctor, the oracle, the one that provide wise counsel, insight, and poetic predictions. That's what that's my interpretation of what I saw as far as the Super Bowl halftime show. And I know some people were there to be entertained and all that stuff, and they probably were disappointed because they didn't get in the chain, they didn't get to shake their booty or whatever, We got enough of that going on, just enough, and just too much of it happening. And nobody seems to care. What's up, rude dog? What's happening? Nobody seems to care that we going down this rabbit hole, with all this stuff that don't give volume or doesn't create substance, or there's nothing tangible that we can use to help better our lifestyle. You get rappers crying because they made a few dollars, and then they want think because they say it's their city. I don't know, man. Most of them people got ran out of New Orleans through Hurricane Katrina. They left out of there like and then came back later on. I imagine, but yeah, they wind up with them 360 deals, and years later, now they broke, and now they can go perform their songs here and there and make money. And I get that part, but yeah, they signed some bad deals and different stuff. Wayne is still rich. He's still over there drinking his syrup and probably dropping them things. I just seen another one where what's the guy, Kodak Black? He was laying in the streets eating chicken or something. I don't know what was wrong with him. Kanye West was going down there to help him. I don't know what's going on with that brother. I would think that money don't fix everything. Money can't fix everything. And just because somebody got money don't mean that if they got mental health issues that they're going to come out of it. It don't mean that, And you don't know, based on people be thinking they be wanting something, want this. But if you ain't been socialized to handle that type of stuff, somebody dropped 26 million, 26 M's in your bank, and you ain't mentally, or you haven't been socialized or financially socialized and prepared for that stuff, boy, you will be overwhelmed, because there's going to be people calling you. You ain't going to even know how they got your number. Trying to pull you this way and that way. So you might be thinking you ready for stuff like that, but no, you don't be ready. That's why it's a gradual thing. You see people that work their way up to that, I was looking at David Stewart, the richest black billionaire, 11 point something billion, Robert Smith and all these different people and Oprah's and the Michael Jordans and all these different people. You notice they really they don't get into nothing or they don't say nothing. Why? There's a reason for that. But we don't question it. You know, we just uphold them and say, yeah. At least John Hope Bryant or even the other brother, what's the other brother name that owned the network? I can't think of his name. Byron Allen. We don't hear nothing from them. You know, so that should tell you something. That there's a whole nother set of rules that you're not privy to that these people know. And the only way they keep being rich and left alone is that they don't expose, they tell you what it is that they know. Good conversation. Right on, man. Bad Boo, West Side. TV2, what's going on? But anyway, I am Professor Millie Mill, the Hood Postman, but don't mind me just watching. Church moving, but go ahead and lock that door. Because, God, listen, I'm out.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that the shit go, reach for the low.
Lock the door, because we are gone.